So we have seen the sheets, right? Sheet 1. So we have basic idea about what is there in our sheet table, that is dimension, what is measures, and we have seen, like, I guess bar graph only, how many graphs we have, and what kind of more graph are very useful, like which graph is useful for what purpose. Begin. So first of all, if I wanted to create a graph, maybe subcategory wise profit. So how can I do? So I need to choose subcategory. I need to double click on subcategory. It will automatically get picked. And the subcategory was what? Profit. So I need to click on profits. Okay, so it's automatically get picked, and the very first column is nothing but we have used what? Which graph? The tabular representation. This is nothing but text table. So it's exactly look like our Excel data sheet. So it's a tabular representation of our data. So you can either click on this. This is nothing but heat map. Again, this is nothing but heat map. So is it right map or right graph to represent our this data? What do you think? Is this one is the right map?
Go for pie chart. Is it okay to? I don't think so. Pie chart is very, messy graph according to me. So which graph will be the best to represent this kind of data? So graphs, whichever graphs is active, those are the best one. So according to that, you have to choose which one will represent this kind of data the best. So in like using that particular graphs, you will get more hidden. So either I can go for, even this tabular form representation is great if you have, five or some little unique rows basically. But we can choose this bar graph. I think bar graph is the best representation of this kind of data. I think, yeah, bar graph is the best one. You can even go for this one. Even using this tree map, you can able to, segregate our data. The phone is the category which are giving us some more profit. After phone, coppers is there, and then bookcases, then chairs and appliances. These are what top five. We can easily segregate it, but we cannot able to find out in which column we are getting negative profit. Is not the best graph for this. So I think the best graph to represent this kind of data. Is this the best way to represent the data? It's not great representation because the reason is simple. Look at this copper and look at these phones and look at these bookcases. Which one is the bigger circle? How can I identify the very first category who are giving me the more profit? How can I identify using these circles? We cannot able to identify these circles, right? Between copper and phones, which one is demand until unless we use our mouse to tip this sweet. This small box is nothing but what? Tool tip. TOTIP, tool tip. Okay. So I think whichever graphs we have, in which graph is the best representation, we can even put it in ascending order or as in a descending order. Okay. So I need to write what?
Subcategory wise. Profit. Okay. Now the other graph.
If okay, so I have clicked on dashboard. I don't wanted to click on dashboard. I wanted to click on sheets. So just delete this dashboard one.
Okay. Now you create one graph, and graph will be the ship mode wise quantity created.
Oh,
Ship mode wise quantity, and also for let's say My question is, mm, how total sales of each segment, total sales of each segment.
Say
It's nothing but segment wise sales.
sales.
Okay. So which graph have you used for both these conditions? About segment wise sales. Bar graph is like a rescue graph for us all. Okay, let's pick shipment, ship mode wise quantity. Okay, again, I can even clearly see the standard class is the highest among all, and followed by standard first class, and followed by first class, second class, and then same way. So I think I can use even bubble graph for this, like the packed bubble, because it is clearly visible. Standard class, the huge circle. Apart from this, second class has a small circle, and then followed by second class, first class, and then same day. Correct? I can use this graph as well, right? Or I can even use pie chart for that matter, because we have small number of items. We can easily classify which one is what, and I guess standard class is the has the highest quantity compared to other classes. And what about the segment wise sales, right? One is the highest. You can just go for this, or you can go for.
One
So okay, here you see this function. Okay, what this one? You will to see this. This is below format.
yes,
So once you click on that, you can if you have a horizontal graph, it will get convert into vertical. If you have vertical graph, it will get converted into horizontal. Okay, you can use this emoji or symbol
yes.
to convert our graph, or to flip our graph, to rotate our graph into a different direction. Okay. Okay, now okay, for this purpose is this graph, the bubble, this packed bubble is good. What do you think? It is a great graph too? Do you getting some information apart from this graph? I don't think so. This is the best representation of this particular data. So I think this graph is the best representation of my data, segment wise, the bar one. And for ship mode wise, I think you can go for any graph. So basically, right, how each and every graph, the working of each and every graph. So here you have a normal tabular form. Here you can create a table with little pop of colors. Okay, maybe more pleasant to eyes. Comparative with this is more pleasant to eyes. So we can even use this. If let's say I wanted to find out top five, anything, maybe with a lot of detail in it. So I can have this table into my dashboard as well. So I can get it, right? So yeah, this is all about, I guess we have seen this normal text table. We have seen highlighted table. We have seen bar graph, horizontal and vertical as well. And we haven't seen stacked bar yet. So what is stacked bar? Okay, let's create a graph. So in stacked bar, we can use one or more dimension and one or more measure. So let's say if I wanted to find out segment voice profit as well as sales. So I can choose this graph or either this graph. Hmm. You able to see this?
Yes.
I have done. So I am getting info, like I'm getting more detailed information about segment wise sales and profit. So I can clearly see in consumer, I'm having more sales, and compare with all other segments, maybe corporate and home office. Even my profit is higher than both of my segments. And let's talk about the corporate. I have again the greatest sales, comparative profit. But I think even I have less sales here, but compare with the corporate profit, I think this one is home office profit is little better, even if I'm having a less sales. So you can, get more information using a lot more of detailed. Okay, now let's talk about other graphs. Maybe, okay, I'm taking one column called what country, the global data type. So I'm taking country, and I want to find out country wise maybe profit. So I clicked on country, I double clicked on country. So it's still in processing. Let's find out country wise maybe profit. Okay, let's see. Okay, so the very first graph, it automatically get picked by Tableau, which is none other than the first symbol map. This dotted graph is known as what? Symbol map. And this field, this one, the color with field map is this graph basically, which is side by this graph. You able to see this graph, right? I haven't clicked on this graph is nothing known as field map. Okay, so currently I'm using what? Symbol map. So tell me, which country is giving me highest profit. So you can able to classify those country, the very with this circle basically. The if the symbol is big in size, that particular country is giving me more profit. So what do you think? Which symbol is better? Which country giving me more profit? So I'm zooming a bit for you.
It is
China first, and then I think it's Australia, if I'm not wrong. China, no, China. After China, it is India, and then followed by. But again, it is very difficult for me to classify, correct? That countries. So I need to, stare a graph a little better to classify which symbol is the greatest and which is not, correct? So I have used one dimension and one measure. So I have this another graph also, which is active as if now, and we can use one dimension and one measure only in this graph. So this is nothing but field map. It filled with colors. The darker color means the greatest cell. The lighter color towards the orange color. Orange will be the negative sales, and the dark blue will consider as uh, more profit. So I can even it is clearly visible now. China followed by India. I think China is giving me greater profit, and then India, and then Australia. And which one? What do you think? Which one giving me less profit? I think is Pakistan into dark orange color. Again, Pakistan is giving me negative profit. The very last less. So, okay, what is main difference between this? Which one, what do you think? Which one is better for this kind of data? If I have this profit, country-wise profit, which the current graph is known as what? Field map. Okay, so this is nothing but country-wise profit. I can just write down in my sheet. country wise profit. Okay, so what is the difference between this both graph, the bubble, and when to use which? Okay, if I have more than two measures, I cannot able to use what field map. If I select sales here, look, so I wanted to find out maybe country-wise sales and profit. If I choose sales here, sales is nothing but measures. So how many measures do we have now? Profit and sales, right? So how many dimension do we have now? Country, that is one dimension and two measures. So I cannot able to segregate my data. I cannot able to see, like, can you able to see which country is giving me more sales? Can you identify using this field map? No, right? When you just hover on any of the country, then the tooltip get popped, and then I able to see the profit and sales value. But I don't want this to happen, right? I want proper representation in graphical form. So I need to use what this graph. Okay, just a second. So I need to select maybe country wise profit and sales. So now you can easily classify our graph. The color represent, the darker blue color represent what? Say, and the size of our symbol represent the profit. To come towards the size, then this China is giving me what? 1 second. Okay, then this China is giving me what? More profit, but less sales. The number of China in sales will be second, and number of Australia in terms of sales will consider as one number, and in terms of profit, I think second number, and in terms of sales, India is in third position, and in terms of profit, India is again using the symbol map. So if I wanted to, change the colors, maybe these blue colors are too faint. I can't be able to see these blue colors. So I have to click on this arrow. So you have to click on this edit colors. So you'll get lot of more options. So click on this sub palette. In palette, you have to click on any other palette. Like let's click maybe some red, green, white, diverging or something like that. And I just need to click OK. Now I can able to see those dots, right? So again, here for me, Australia, from Australia, in terms of sales, Australia is the number one, and followed by China and followed by India, correct? I think Afghanistan, no, Afghanistan. I think which one is giving me? I guess Mongolia. Yeah, Mongolia is giving me less sales. Yeah, Mongolia is giving me less sales. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Basically, they convey. Okay, let's just use the stack graph. Oh, I have selected ship date. I don't want to select ship date, so I wanted to select maybe subcategory, and so I have used subcategory wise sales, subcategory in ship mode wise sales. Okay, so you can say a lot of I have accessories, appliances, arts, blenders. Those are what subcategories, and this thing represent what each subcategory the sales ship mode wise sales in each subcategory. So I have sales standard class are giving me more sales comparative with other categories, whereas in I think Okay, the bookcases are giving me sales. Majority of sales I'm getting from which category, from which segment? Standard class. Getting. So if I have two categorical data, I mean two dimension and one measure, I can use this. Just even pick profit. So I'm getting like this display. So let's not. Okay. Now you can just segregate a lot of things. Detailed graph, the stacked bar basically. It's nothing but what maybe ship mode and subcategory high sales. Okay, now what? So we haven't worked with as if now we haven't worked with I guess. Okay, let's create one graph in which we use aggregated function. So we haven't done any graph yet, right? So let's create a graph. What average sales for subcategory? For subcategory. So how can you work? Subcategory is the dimension definitely. So I need to click on this and sales. So sales got selected, but I need to click on sales like this arrow, and I need to go into measures. And so I wanted to select what average this aggregate function. So you have to click on measures. You have to go into measures and you can click or you can select any of this measure. So we have multiple options here: sum, average, median, count, count, district. Okay, let's say I wanted to count maybe how many quantity, or maybe in the whole data I have accessories, 613 accessories. So those are what count, district count. So I want average sales of for subcategory. Okay, I think this one is the best graph. Maybe this one is the best graph. So we average sales for while or for subcategory or something like that. Okay. Okay, let's create some date-wise profit. Let's create it. So date-wise, maybe profit. So I wanted to select one data type, any column, any field, or maybe order date. So I wanted to find out say or profit, date-wise profit. Let's talk date-wise profit. So here you can see this arrow. So you have to click on this arrow and you have to look here. We have same options: year, quarter, month, day, and more. But we have to select this year, then the below one. Okay. Okay. The upper one will give you, will merge all the years, but we don't want this to happen, because I wanted to segregate maybe month and year together. I wanted to segregate maybe quarter of particular year. So what happened when we choose this? Let's say I wanted to work with the months. So what happened here? If I'm choosing this, like anything from this 4, so what they are doing? They are combining all 4 years, January profit together, merging it. So is it like valid, or is it like even possible? Is it even useful for me if I combine 4 January profit, maybe 2011, 12, 13, 14 year, January profit together, February profit together? Like I can even get some information from this type of. So if I wanted to find out the pattern of my sales, maybe yearly pattern, from which month we are in which month I'm getting more sales or something like that from every year. So I think this is not best way to do. No, the best approach is nothing to select below options. So if I select month here and if I go to line graph, I'm getting the best way to represent my data. So I'm getting what here I am getting representation of what each and every month from each and every year. I can clearly see I am getting more profit in June 2013. Follow that I am getting more profit in November 2014. And after that, I guess in 2011, I'm getting more profit in October. And comparatively in 2012, I'm getting more profit in May. So here I'm getting more profit in October 2011. Here I'm getting more profit in May 2012. And in 2013, I think June. So mostly approx May, June month. The May, June month is the month where I'm getting more profit. Go line to line, maybe. Let's select the years first. Okay. Here I'm getting what? A normal plain graph. Like I can't even get a lot of information from this data. So let's say I wanted to see quarter wise. I can just click on this plus emoji. Then my graph get converted into quarter wise. Okay, so I'm getting now information of what quarter wise sales, a year wise. And if I again plus it, then I'm getting month wise. If I again plus it, then I'm getting day wise. Okay, you get now, you get it, right? How can we work like week wise and then again day wise? It's very haywire. So let's work with month wise only. So for this kind of data, if you are working with maybe like date or time, these three graphs or these four graphs is the best to represent this kind of data. Maybe the line graph, the area graph, or this dual one. So specifically, if I have one measure, then this line and this area graph, area chart is the best representation. If I have maybe sales also there. So I think this graph is the best to represent. This is nothing but dual. Okay, let's say I wanted to figure out or maybe quarterly. So I can clearly see. So I can, the yellow color represent sales and the blue color represent what? Profit. Date, time kind of like columns of field. So you have these graphs. You can even choose this graph. This is what? Dual combination graph. So again, here you are getting what? Profit. 1 second. The blue represent profit. The bar represent what? Profit. And this, the line chart, yellow color represent what? Again, sales. So you can go for any chart which will be the best representation. Just go for it. Okay. Now what? Okay, so let's talk about this mark cart first. Okay, so let's talk. This is nothing but what? Mark cart. Okay, this is what? Cart. So we have color, size, text, detail, and tooltip in it. So let's talk about what color cart is. This is nothing but what? Color cart. So if for this I need to maybe average sales of subcategory wise profit is there. Average sales for subcategory. If I picked category, okay, if I picked category, where is my category? The first one. Okay, now you can tell me, right? In accessory, okay, in category, let's say I want here category and then okay. So in furniture category, I have four subcategory: bookcases, chair, furnishing, tables, and their average sales. In office appliances, I have again I guess 7 or 8 subcategory and their sales and technology. Okay, like you get it right? What exactly we are. This became like very big. Even the indexes is very much, right? So for this kind of data, if I wanted to work on this kind of data, it's better for me to put my category into color cart. If I put my category into color cart, now my category I get representation of my category in color. Like the blue color indicate furniture and yellow color indicate office appliances and red color indicate what? Technology. So you can even clearly see tables are giving me more sales, and table belongs from which category? I am getting more sales in appliances, and appliances are what cat belongs to which category? Office. So which one is best representation of this kind of data? The first one, the previous one, or okay? So that's the use of this color card. It's very useful, very useful. Okay, so this is what. Okay, so now you create one chart. So I'm just giving you one question. You create it. Let's say maybe average sales for subcategory and you have to put profit in color card. Put profit in color card category, right? It's in top, and then I wanted to select maybe the sales, and I want to convert measures into what? Average. Okay, here we go. And then I wanted to pick my profit and put it into what? Colors. And let's do it. So average sales and then profit, I wanted to go in color. Oh yeah, it's getting into blue color. The lightest one I'm getting. Okay, let's just change the color. I'm not liking this blue color. Let's change it into orange. So I can get the now. I think for color chart is clear to you, right? Chart. So we have seen the size chart in this field map, geographical field map. So let's see where is my country wise profit. Okay, so you see this size. So if I wanted to increase the size, I just scroll this up a bit, maybe more. This is too much. So you can just scroll it and increase the size of this bubble or the symbols. Okay, this is nothing but size. And you can even change, it's automatic one, circle, square. So you can even change the shapes of that this symbols. So we have like the line. So again, it's so messy. So better we go for with even circle symbol or go for the square or another shapes. Okay, getting it clear what is size exactly? Okay, now let's
Yes, sir.
talk about the label card. This is nothing but label card. So it is used to label our data. Here I can able to see the symbols, but I can't like if okay, I know the shape of my India. That's why I can figure out this is India. I know like while just like hovering on this graph, I came to know this is China and this is nothing but Australia. But someone who is not able to understand what kind of data we are working with, so I need to label each and everything. So I just need to click on this label, or maybe I need to put the countries. I wanted to show the country names in my graph, so I can just pick the country and put it into label. Now the country get labeled in my graph. Got it, right?
Hmm.
I wanted to show maybe sales data, so I can just put the sales into label, so I can get the count of sales data as well. Okay, this is all about what this label. What about the detail? For detailed one, let's create one graph. Maybe category wise sales. Have we create anything like this? Or maybe category wise? Okay, we have created country wise profit. So have we any created subcategory wise sales? Okay, so we have created one graph which is nothing but subcategory wise sales. Let's remove the subcategory and let's just put this category in here. Okay, I can able to see my graphs now. Or let's say I wanted to see category wise profit along with their segments. So segment. So I wanted to get more detailed information. So I can put this segment into what detailed into segment. I wanted to see segment, which segment. So I need to put my segment again into label. So I can get this is home office, this is corporate, this is consumer. Getting it right? The detailed. Okay. Again, tooltip. Tooltip is nothing but this box. While hovering into our graphs, we are getting this pop-up box, right? This box is nothing but tooltip. Let's say I wanted to I want to see profit along with sales as well. So let's say I'm putting sales. I don't want to see anything, like I don't want it to reflect sales into my graph. I wanted to just see sales in tooltip. So how can I do? I'm just going to pick the sales and put it into tooltip like this. Now if I hover, I can able to see profit and sales data. Even if I wanted to see maybe something else, let's put quantity or as well in tooltip. Let's see, yeah. So I'm getting quantity. A lot of more information you can put into tooltip. It's totally depend upon you. Okay, it's totally up to you. What kind of detail, how detailed you wanted to create your graph. Okay.
Yes.
I'll give you one exercise basically. So you have to create maybe some graphs. It's just for you. So one or two exercises. So
Okay.
this is all about today. So we can about filters, how many filters and what techniques, what is pages, and how to save. Okay, I haven't shown you how to save the for saving. If you want to save your work in Tableau server, you need to at least create one graph in sheet. Okay, if you create one graph, you have to save your work. So you have to just click on the file and save to Tableau public. Save to Tableau public. Then another box will pop up. 1 second. It will take some time. So you are going to connect with what server? Tableau server is a free. Again, you need to be careful. If you are using public data set and you're working on public data, then it's fine to display your work into Tableau public. If you are working now, they're processing requests and sending data to server. So whatever content I have created, maybe the subcategory as profit, shift one, voice, quantity, and a lot of things, lot more graphs. So each and every work of mine will get saved into what server. So they'll ask the name of your book. Maybe I'll write Sarita's worksheet as if now. Okay. So let's just save it. Edit your work into Tableau server. We have this a lot of similarity into Tableau public, like whatever you get the tools right in Tableau public, each and every tool you will get in Tableau server as well. So you can clearly see Sarita's worksheet by what my name Priyanka Halpatra, and this is how my worksheet look in Tableau server. I can even click on all the sheets are there. I just need to click on my sheets. Okay, a lot of people who are using Tableau server, they can able to see my sheet. It's like public can able to see my sheets, my work. They can even able to download my work if they like. They can even watch it, and that's it. Or yeah, here. So if I don't want, like I don't want it to give access to people. They don't. I don't want whatever I have saved, my whatever work I have done, whatever dashboard I have created, I don't want people to just download it. So I just need to disable this option, allow access. Okay, if I don't want it to see each and every sheets, so I can just disable this option called show sheet as tabs. So I'll get just 1 second. I'll just get one data, I guess, one table, so subcategory wise profit. Again, which is useless, so better keep all the tabs as well. Okay, now if you go to your profile, like here, my profile. Okay, so now look, I have just created Sarita's worksheet. 10 people already seen this worksheet. Just like right now I have created, right? I have just uploaded it.
Yes.
I don't want people to see it, so I just wanted to go on this sheet again, and here we have this settings and show viz on profile. So I have disabled this now. You can see, just go to your profile again. You can see this is what closed now, hidden from all the people. People are not able to see my work now. It's hidden. I want to unhide it again. I wanted to just go into Sarita's worksheet, click on the name, and click on here and just show viz on. Viz means what? Visualization. Okay, if you want to edit, so click on the edit, and you will get a lot of similar option. Whatever we are getting into Tableau Public, you can do that same way. You can just edit here. You're getting a lot of options here, so you can just edit it in server itself and save the work there itself. Okay, if you wanted to share your data with any other platform, you can share using the same link. Maybe you just need to copy this link and paste it. People can able to see your work. Or if you wanted to download in your system, you can download here. So you have to click on the download option, and you can get like in which format you wanted to download, maybe PPT, PDF, or Tableau workbook. So you can download it from server.